going to be on attack Ares on defense. They chose the lobby and press room, that main floor inside of Consulate, and we didn't get to see too much of their enforcement structure just yet.
I'm surprised to see that switch from the Twitch to slides. There was a lot of 3-speed attack coming in there. But yeah, this is we haven't seen exactly what they're going to do. Now it's a situation where I'm not sure if they were being enforced on picking the same operators or not, because it looked like they were tweaking what operators they were choosing. They probably knew this was the bomb site, probably got a chance to see it, at least a taste with the drones before the rehost. So there may be some adjustments being made. Whether those were operator changes or not, there's definitely going to be changes in terms of how they think about attacking the site if they weren't sure. And that's why it's always nice to be defense the first round, because you have the opportunity to be like predictable to what you want to do. I mean, you obviously have to be attacked the next round, but so hopefully they were prepared to attack this year. Interesting to see the mute there in terms of a Chaoxes. Has been pretty good on that mute though.
He has. He's kind of been trying to fulfill the role of Falco when Falco was on the team.
Good old Falco. Yeah, was on Millenium. So I'm not sure if he's going to be playing it kind of roam, but it looks like he might have even been downstairs. Might be using those to help do that downstairs roam, which is a nice idea if he's going to stick it, but it looks like he's going to rotate up. Maybe contest Visa a little bit, but Harry's is going to be here to catch some of those. Maybe can't do anything about some of them, though.
You know, the IQ play, I think, is a smart move. We often talk about how a well-thought-out Valkyrie camera will likely go outside of the map because you can see two-thirds or
a very peak run-out heavy map, too.
Yeah, no, we see a lot of push-out from time to time out of Visa, out of the yellow stairs, sometimes even out of Piano to get the people on the corner office window.
Absolutely, and these mutes are going to make it definitely more difficult for them to drone to get that intel to make sure that those runouts aren't going to happen. So this could work in Chaox's favor if he's not caught out by Harry's, but the rotate back down. I hope to see Chaox's come in a little bit later in the round as a big surprise for Millenium if they don't drone it. Like I said, we were talking about taking control of that bottom floor. We're not really seeing that here from Millenium. Like this angle here. They have taken admin control fast, though, and that is something you generally want to do. We've seen a lot of that this season for attacking Consulate because it works well, especially when you get a Blackbeard over here on this window. And last time when we saw this, we would see, like, for example, when Ares played this against Penta, we would see Jack versus Pengu on that window a lot.
Yes, you know, Pengu definitely on the windowsill. But here we have it now. We are going to have a smoke inside of the corner, the connector. That's going to be Jack, and he's used up 2 out of the 3 smoke grenades so far. There's only half the rounds that's still to go. And the utility is dwindling down here for Ares.
They do at least have those jammers that they had set up, but yeah, they are going to be taken out. Nice C4.
What a good one here. Void taking out Steezy.
And hopefully they already got the use they needed out of Habana because they're not going to be able to take down, for example, that castle door remotely now. Except for with the breach charge if they have one. There goes Jack.
So luckily Jack got most of the utility out before he got taken down. But Safiz is going to be inside a corner office. There's no pressure there, which is going to allow him to have a very nice crossfire, a nice angle in towards the stairwell through connector.
Definitely seems like Millenium's stalling out a little bit. They've gotten a little bit of control that they wanted, but now that there's these roamers here from Chaoxes and Safiz, like, they're not exactly sure how to proceed because they've got more control than they expected, I think, at this point.
There are 3. No, there are all 4 members downstairs, 2 of which have C4. And so I'm assuming with some Valkyrie camera placement, we might be seeing some Claymores or some C4s thrown on out. Void could be getting this shot here onto Liven and Renshiro here potentially.
Ooh, plant's going down though.
Oh, there goes Void, picks off Renshiro. And the plant, like you said, will go down successfully. A 4-on-2 now. Now that IQ's been taken out. Yogurt's and Liven, last 2 alive. Yogurt picks up 1 kill. Got 3 more to go. You're going to have, looks like Spoken grabbing a kill into Yogurt, and we now only have Liven left alive. Void's going to get Liven there, and that's going to be round here going to Ares after a good retake.
I really like that defense. I think they smartly gave up just when they needed to keep enough people alive. Losing 1 was, you know, not a big deal. It wasn't a critical player, and it was a situation where they were totally ready for that retake. And you could see Millenium just kind of lost control over understanding the positioning of the defenders.
Yes.
That's one of the things that's essential about communication is understanding where all the defenders are. When you take map control, you don't know how to proceed without knowing where they're at. And they did a very good retake strategy of just letting them have most of the top floor once they needed to, putting everyone downstairs or on the middle floor, and setting up for that retake. I mean, obviously, it's nicer to stop them from planting the diffuser at all, but once it went down, the kills just started going down fast. Void with a nice position, for example, on the top of those spiral stairs. It all worked out very well in their favor. Millenium looked like they were just not prepared for that particular strategy.
No, they definitely seemed, they fell into the trap that Aries was setting, is what it looked like.
Now, I mean, they're going to be going on the same bomb spots, so we're going to see, are they going to have a similar trap? Because they're not setting up the same way. For example, you have Stizzy here on Legion instead of bringing a Mute. Otherwise, I think it's a fairly similar lineup for the most part. Attackers, they'll bring in slightly different attack lineup. They are bringing a Thermite, as they were probably unsure where the particular bomb spot would be. Be prepared for that garage on the first one, right?
Yeah,
you want to see where it's going to go.
They weren't afforded the same luxury that Millenium had with the rehost.
Yeah, so hopefully that works out in their favor. So they may not exactly have the attack operators they want, but they all seem to know how to play them very well. We've seen Kaoxys play good Thermite even just with the gun. But they are going to be trying to get into a nice spot on that open window there instead of getting killed from it. Like I said, this is a very peek-heavy map, one where a lot of people will sneak peeks out those windows and get kills early on. So you've got to be very careful in your approach here, which does slow things down a little bit at the beginning.
Now here's some of these outside Valkyrie cameras we were talking about. Two sides of this rectangular map is going to be opened up and seen by the Ranchero Valkyrie camera.
There's a little bit of a late one too that might not have get caught because I don't think anyone was on that side to see it. Nicely done, gets it right in place there to see that front door. So that way he knows that if they go ahead and make the plant in there, then they know how to approach the outside in terms of getting behind them.
Yep, no, very good placement, well-timed as well. Liven, he's going to be downstairs at the bottom of yellow stairs as the majority of the effort's going to be pushing from Aries onto the Visa Lounge as well as admin.
Yeah, Yogurt's going to have to contest with them here, but at least he does have backup in the form of Ranchero to try and help on any kind of trades. And that's what you want to do. You want to have someone ready to at least trade out so they can't get admin for free in case he doesn't win his gunfights. But Yogurt's has a good chance of winning those, potentially, at least getting one kill.
Now Ranchero picks up one kill onto Spoke, and that's Hibana off the board now.
Ooh, that's a good kill. That will definitely help out, even just for the gun alone. Ranchero, a second one.
It's going to be 2K on the round. Can he pre-fire and pick up Spoken? Or can he pre-fire and pick up Safiz? There it is. Another shot possibly going down. That's going to be a 3K for Ranchero. Safiz does smack a kill down onto Yogurts before he gets removed. Voy and Jock going to get refrags onto Ranchero and Ahiri. So that means we're going to be in a 2-2 now with Jack and Voy, last two alive for Aries. They have to push into the top floor and then work their way down to the main floor where the bombs are located.
A 2-2 with more than a minute left is definitely not a great position for either team to be in here. That's pretty fast to drop so many people and so much utility as well. They lost their Blackbeard. Maybe didn't need the Thermite, but losing the Hibana and the Blackbeard is going to be problematic for them, I think, in terms of their attack strategy. And then those mines really stalling him out.
Now you can see that we have Voy above, I think.
Yeah, he could be great for this, be able to open up a bunch of the floor, defend if necessary, but it looks like he's actually in Piano instead.
He looks like he had fallen down, gotten into Piano as well. Plant does go down, and it's going to be Steezy trying to come around for the reflank up on top, looking over towards Yellow stairs, and we're going to have Jack on the bottom of Yellow covering the hallway.
I like this coverage. If they can execute on it, they might be able to defend this because there are only certain points to come from here. Very smart, but they've got to land those shots. He's got to watch out for that hatch.
We are going to be seeing Aries. Oh, he actually is going to be hitting this right now. Voy and Jack, they don't know it. Defenders are going to stop this planter from being defused.
The stealth defuse wins the day. Nicely done. No one saw him there.
How is that? The plant went down in Piano. He was up inside of above the site. He was up inside of projector room.
That is definitely
or connector. He was inside a connector, I think it was. And diffused the diffuser that was planted in Piano.
The confusing diffusing.
That was quite confusing. We're gonna have to get an ESL admin call on that because that was odd.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was quite odd there, ladies.
That was the ultimate long arm.
Yeah. You cannot escape the long arm of the law. But no, we're going to wait for an ESL admin call on that for them to review that play, figure out just what went wrong and the correct call that should be made.
Yeah.
Because I heard the diffuser getting hit, but you had Voy in the room of Piano looking.
Yeah, I thought
right
maybe he was just like in such a stealthy spot. Like
I was
you
like,
never know.
Wait a second. I see the blue outline of the player of who was that? Legion.
Yeah.
Legion was upstairs. I was like, but diffuser's Piano.
Strange.
It was weird. It was weird.
Strange occurrences.
What happens in ranked also comes to Pro League. But no, so talking about what just happened and you called it the quickness or the ferocity we saw in the refrags back up top. Ranchero, I think, had picked up that 3 or 4K, or was it? No, that's the round before.
It was a 3K, I think, that
Yes.
round for Renshiro.
Yes.
Because he was trying to defend Yogurts up there. And the Yogurts, unfortunately, I don't think got any kills. But Renshiro picked up 3 of them before getting taken down on the trade himself. And that was, like I said, he was there for the trade. But he was the one who needed to get traded at the end of the day. Yogurts was a sacrificial lamb, unfortunately. But I think it worked. You know, I mean, bait or not, he definitely helped Renshiro get his job done. So nicely done on the defense there. Up to the defuse, I suppose. But I think he was playing it the way that made sense to him. That's where he saw it. So a definitely curious set of circumstances. But I did think that was an interesting match in terms of like up till that point how it went down.
I agree. I think the plant went down very nicely. I don't exactly know how they were allotted that much room of the bomb site when it is a 2-on-2. So I think there's some room for Millenium to improve upon that defensive hold. But ultimately, I think the attackers did a very good job on getting into the site, getting that plant down. And then they covered their angles pretty well as well. I mean, Jack was forced to watch 2 angles. He had to watch Piano Hall, the main corridor facing between the 2 bomb sites, as well as the drop hatch above him. But I think it was Voy had the yellow stairs covered in the hallway behind. Yeah,
there was a situation, too, where, like, there was a couple flanks. There was the drop hatch, because you can't really watch the drop hatch as much as you've got to watch the hallway. And then there was also coming up from behind on the yellow stairs if he knew he was there. But defenders don't have drones, obviously, outside of Echo, so you didn't have a way to necessarily know. Had they been able to get their positioning or bait out some shots, they might have been able to get a good flank in there. But it was good coverage by the attackers there, basically defending their own bomb site. So nicely done on that play. Unfortunate ending there for that, but...
Yeah, we are still waiting for a correct call, ladies and gentlemen. We knew, or what we saw was a diffusing happening in a room where the diffuser wasn't wasn't planted.
Yeah, and I don't think it's the case where the upstairs was the correct place for that plant to have come down, judging by where we saw it being planted. So, unfortunate circumstances, but nonetheless, I think both these teams showing up a bit here. Ares, I still feel like has a bit of a strategy edge so far from what we've seen on here.
I believe so.
Because I do, if I remember correctly, this was a map that Ares was quite good on as Unknights last season, and I feel like Millenium might have been the one team to be able to take them on it, and that's why they didn't necessarily want to go back to it again.
It's very possible. No, I think you're right. Correctly. These 2 teams, I think, played on Consulate last season together. But I want to move on to the bomb sites now, because we saw both teams select the middle 4 bomb site to start. Is that in their current profile? If you were to profile both these teams, is that what they would typically do, or do they go downstairs or top 4?
I mean, it's hard to say for Millenium because they haven't really gone to this map this season. But I think for Ares, that's not totally unexpected at all. It's a situation where that's a bomb site that I think has worked for a lot of teams this season, more than we would expect to see it before. But Garage has also really come back into preference, more so than it used to in previous seasons as well. So, as we talk about a lot, we always reference Consulate as the one with all the viable bomb spots, but it only has 3. So it's not like a map like Border where we don't always see all 4, for example. But because all 3 are viable, and more so this season, I think, than we had seen in previous seasons, now that due to the operator changes, the way the meta has shifted, people are playing a huge variety. I mean, if anything, we've seen top floor console office less than we would have expected.
I think so as well. I think that's true. We've seen a little bit of a fallout of the top floor. More teams gravitating towards that bottom floor, being that the mirror windows inside of the office next to the kitchen leads a great covered line of sight towards the front of van. Plus, the roam game is now back at it with Ella being very prominent.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gents, while we wait for the admins to review the play at hand and make a correct ruling, we do want to cut to a short break. We'll be back in a few short minutes, so please stick around. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 5th play day of the European Pro League. And we are getting back from an unusual type of bug that we saw. The round has been deemed reversed, basically.
Yeah.
We're going to be replaying the round. The ESL admins made the call that it was a game bug, and the round will get replayed. Millenium has not won the round, nor has Aries.
Yeah.
So we are going to get right back into the game, ladies and gentlemen. I believe it's still 1-0 in favor of Aries. Or in favor of, I think Aries. We'll see. We'll see here in a moment. But no, Aries is going to be on attack, Millenium on defense. And we'll see how everything unfolds over the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, let's see if they can defend this correctly. No, maybe it's a full reversal. Because weren't they defending first, lobby? Or no, it was Aries.
No,
it was Aries,
Aries was defending lobby first,
That's
Millenium second. So yes, it would be 1-0 right
That's
now.
right, yeah. Okay. So we're good then in terms of that. They are going to go to the same site. Looks like same operators. So
yes, yeah, all the same operators from what I see here.
10 seconds left before insertion.
So looks like, I mean, now this is a situation where
5 seconds remaining.
they're going to have some intelligence about each other. They're going to be trying to counter-strat each other, and we'll see if Renshiro can pull off the same kind of 3K upstairs. He may set up a little bit differently this time. Looks like he's actually going for a cheeky peek here. Could catch Voy off guard.
Oh,
the punishment, though.
Voy's going to drone that out, spot it, go for a nice pre-fire. He does take a lot of damage in return.
It's totally worth it, though.
Out, yeah.
Considering that was who got the 3K last round, that's a good kill off the board. But now they've got to contend with Yogurts, who might play it a little smarter this time. They are very, very aggressive after that last round, but he is caught by that drone.
Yeah, Yogurt's over-aggressive, almost to the degree of death.
They're just going to open up pretty much everything here and try and put some pressure on him. But Stizzy's actually going to come join him now that Renshiro is no longer alive. So this could help here. They could throw some of those Legion mines to stop it. But I like how they're actually putting some pressure on the bathroom as well. Not sure if they did that before.
So we have gotten confirmation on the score from the admins. It is 1-0 in favor of Aries at the moment. This is round number 2.
So they're going to have to try and bring it back to a 2-0 here with the early advantage, having killed Renshiro. Yogurts and Stizzy, though, with a nice crossfire, but there is a lot of crossfire potential for the attackers as well if they work both windows. Having Thermite alone doing that, probably not the smartest idea. Yeah,
what's going to be useful here is if we can see the rest of Aries trying to force their way in, pick off Yogurt and Stizzy. Stizzy's going to get seen here. You can see a couple pop shots coming from Spoken in towards the admin office.
I like that they had the Thermite there as a distraction and then actually pushed from a totally different side and are now pinching them into admin. This is smartly played, but Stizzy, though.
Oh, there he goes. He's going to try to tuck himself in the corner. Stizzy's already there, and Safiz is going to try to flank around and grab the kill.
Looked like he might have thrown out an impact nade to try and stop any kind of trade. It's probably a smart idea, although it didn't end up doing any damage.
Attackers have located
That's the IQ off the board. That's some good gunpowder lost. However, it is a 1-for-1, so not a bad position for Aries to be in, but they're already less than a minute left.
Ooh, Steezy's actually going to go down the stairs and possibly the drop hatch of admin, get into the admin office, take out one of Blackbeard's shields, but not do any damage to him. Steezy's going to eat a couple bullets in return. Now Aries has top control of the floor, and we will have to see Yogurts manage to make a couple moves. Steezy's gone all the way down to the basement, over towards yellow.
Could be a problem later, but looks like Liven gets his kill unspoken, and this is a nice start for Millenium.
A wonderful start as a here. He's going to pick up Kayoxi, a 4-on-2 now. Safiz goes down. Boy's going to eat the shotgun shell as well, and Millenium will secure this round. It is 1-1 right now. They
cleaned that up pretty quick. Definitely took like a nice punish of that early peak, which was a mistake probably, but in the end, they, I guess, didn't need Renshiro after all. A nice solid defense there. I mean, it was a good attack strategy. I like the way they came around to the other side of admin to pinch it. Yes. However, they didn't follow through on that, and in doing so, they lost pretty much all their ability to get those kills on Yogurts and Stizzy, and then Yogurts and Stizzy were there to just help defend the bomb site downstairs, and left them in a situation where they just didn't have the manpower, and they just had Void just standing in the lobby. Not in a great place to be, not to mention you got to deal with upstairs, but also a lot of crossfires. You saw the shotgun just coming around on his side while he's trying to engage in that fight. It just seemed like they just lost whatever edge they had as soon as they failed to push on Stizzy.
Yeah, no, I felt like once they tried pushing onto the Legion and Jaeger instead of admin, they didn't have all the information. They knew they were in there, but they didn't know where. And I
Yeah.
felt droning it out, getting more information before trying to make that push would have ended in a different story for Aries.
Definitely. But we are going to see their secondary bomb site is going to be the garage rather than the top floor. As we were talking about, top floor falling a little bit out of favor, garage being a little more popular. They are bringing a Ying, and a Glass, which can be quite useful in this attack because you can flash and smoke in to go for the plant on the garage and then have that Glass to cover it after. So it's a good setup as well as the Thermite. Seems like they are prepared for this particular bomb site. I mean, it's not like this attacker lineup is useless on the top floor, but it definitely looks way more geared towards a garage attack here. So smart play by Millenium being prepared for this particular bomb site. We'll see if they can execute on that plan.
Now, Spoken's going to be inside of the bathroom with very little reinforcement to cover. So his fallback is going to be through that drop hatch, but he's got a rotation hole through the back, but there's usually pressure coming from those windows.
And if the garage gets open too, that's a risky drop down to make. So he's going to have to time that just right and make it earlier, but there's another peak punish, and that's the Blackbeard down. They do have a Glass at least to make up for it in terms of shooting into that garage, so that's not terrible, but that is definitely going to hurt having some good gunpowder off the board early.
Now, Ranchero on the Glass is going to be a lot more cautious. Jack already showing that he's way aggressive. Those Valkyrie cameras being put to good use, nonetheless.
Yeah, this is definitely a map where both these teams seem to really just want to take advantage of any holes the other team has to get that early advantage. I mean, last time it didn't end up working out in the attacker's favor, though, despite that early peak kill.
Now, the Valkyrie camera that got tossed out is likely going to lead to another peek out here from Jack. However, Kaoxi will pick up the second kill in the round onto Yogurts.
Again, the sledge not super critical to this attack here, but those extra grenades were definitely going to help in clearing out any kind of barbed wire or anything. Jack again, punished severely for it, but Aheres did do his job before he got injured, so he's in a good position. And Safiz somehow escapes Glass just barely.
The garage wall has been opened up, the side right in front of the van. We're likely to see some gas grenades get tossed out here by Kaoxi.
And there's that smoke and Candela we were just talking about earlier. Definitely going to come out. There's the counter smokes, but that's going to bait out one. When you hear those Candelas, they know the counter smokes are going to come out. If they can bait out all three, they're actually in a good position to go for a push. Although there is some C4 left on the board, at least probably from Voy, if no one else.
Now, Aheres knows someone's tucked around inside of the corner. He's going to be holding it nice and tight. Spoken is going to be the trapped rat inside of Piano.
The peaks on this Voy, though, taking down Renshiro, another good kill, bringing it down to a 2v4. This is actually a good position for the defenders. Spoken should play it smart here because they have the manpower advantage, and don't throw that away on this Thermite that you don't really need to kill yet.
Yeah, no, he's gotten the call that Thermite is out there after some shots flying in through the window. Liven's going to hold on to that diffuser. Oh, Aries is unfortunately going to run around a little bit too loud, and that will allow Spoken the opportunity to peek out, get a shot. Kaoxi grabs the final one from Yellow Stairs.
That was just a brutal execution towards the end there. I felt like I said, the attack strat was good, but you just saw them very slowly executing on it, just not getting any good positioning, and then just the aggressive peeking from Aries it seemed to really throw a wrench in the works for Millenium. They didn't seem to know how to respond to it, and you see, like, the Thermite didn't need to be sitting there counter peeking him. That was just a waste of his time, and eventually it cost him his life as he ran away, and that was just due to maybe poor timing or maybe a call out from a camera. But either way, like, Aries played those windows just so smart. I mean, it didn't always work out for them, but in the end, it made it so easy for them to just finish the job. So we will see the garage now here from Millenium. So again, the secondary site for both these teams. They're almost mirroring each other in terms of bomb sites, but definitely not in terms of operator choices. Have we actually seen Ella every time on defense here? I feel like we haven't, actually. It's been...
We saw her 2 rounds ago. We saw her last. I don't know if we saw her last round.
I just feel like I'm used to seeing it there every time, and I haven't so far, and that confuses me this season to not see one. Same with Smoke. Like, there's no Smoke. Like, Ella and Smoke were pretty much like 90% picks pretty much at this point, or above 85 at least. So Millenium going with a little bit of different strap. Maybe they need that castle pretty bad, though, and that bandit battery to stop the garage from being opened. So hopefully that castle works out for them. There looks like Castle, though, going to be playing that bathroom. As we've talked about before, that could be a big waste of life hanging out in there. But we did have that Castle playing bathroom last time, and he did fine with it because he was there putting pressure on that Thermite. But I think that was more due to Thermite's mistakes, more so than Castle really having a strong advantage.
Now, I think it's worth noting that we are not seeing a mirror play here, which we generally do.
That's a good
We were talking
point.
about it earlier. The mirror gets placed either inside of bathroom facing piano or inside of the office next to kitchen facing in towards garage.
And it looks like they do see that that has been hit enough times there. That castle door could get opened at any moment. They're spending a lot of effort here opening, like setting this up. They do have a sledge to just open that up as well, though. Renshiro again being greedy with the peaks, but I don't know. It seems to work out sometimes in their favor. So Jack, those are already gotten good progress in here, and they're so close to this bathroom, but just not aggressively pushing it. They seem to be pretty cautious on their approach.
There's a nice kill picked up by Spoken. That's going to be the leading off the team here for Ares.
You see that the castle is actually upstairs now? Not going to be playing that bathroom?
Yeah, no, Castle has gotten to the top of Yellow's stairs, and it looks as though Voi's taking control of Piano. I'm not quite sure if the drop hatch in corner office is open, but if it's not, Yogurts is just going to have one avenue down, and that's going to be Yellow.
The one thing to note is they did not bring a thermite, and they're using the Habana upstairs. Might not be opening that garage door at all, which might be a mistake for them. Or no, they did bring thermite. What am I saying? Look at the wrong side. So hopefully the garage door has already gotten opened. You see Kaoxy's down there by it. He's got the diffuser, so he's going to be the one to go for the plant if they can get set up for it. Nope, they have not opened it yet. Looks like Ahiri's, though, is still being a problem for him, trying to bandit trick this here and succeeding.
That's going to be one of two charges down. Ahiri's now looking up to pick Voi here as he looks on down from Piano.
This is definitely his job to help Kaoxy's, and he does do that.
Job well done, at least by the bandit getting rid of one of the battery or one of the charges. Wall will get opened up nonetheless, though.
Yogurt's being greedy again. Him and Renshiro both just wanting to use these windows to their advantage, but it seems to be throwing, you know, some of these people off.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Yogurt when the round comes down towards the end. If we see him get over aggressive, try to jump outside for that kill onto Safiz.
There it is.
He tries to go for it. He does not grab it. Safiz going to have that reaction time that makes it count, and that's going to be a 2-on-5 now. Liven tries swinging it in from the main hallway. It's all up here to Ahiri's. They're going to grab one down. Safiz comes in. That's a second one down. He's going to keep that pistol out, go towards Voi. He's going to down him as well. He's got two more to go. It's Spoken and Jack. Can he get the fourth one? No, he can't. And unfortunately, all of them have been down except for one. And that means he's only going to pick up one kill. That round does not show him the justice he just did there.
No, that's unfortunate. That is going to like not bring that, help bring that KD above the 1.0 we were talking about. But it was a nice play nonetheless. Desperate play, but it almost worked. He just had too little health left. I like that the pings went out as well. You saw the pings there so he could see that the attacker was coming from there. And almost managed to save the day, but just a nicely executed attack all around by Ares. I mean, yeah, they lost a lot of people to a pistol fight at the end, but nonetheless, successful plant. I mean, that jump out not really working obviously did not help their cause on the defense there. You could see the desperation, and that pinch around from behind on the yellow stairs definitely also cost them. So we're going to see lobby again here, as they have done garage. They've done their time down there. They're going to be coming back up to their preferred bomb spot. Looks like they're going to be going with a similar setup to what we've seen before for the most part here. See how many of them decide to play upstairs. Now, the question is Kaoxy's going to go for that downstairs defense again, or is he going to play this mute just a little bit different this time and maybe play upstairs?
I feel as though we're going to see him go downstairs at least for the mute jammers, because those mute jammers being downstairs are going to help prevent droning on the main floor.
Yeah, that's what you want to do, is you want to slow down their ability to stop the roamers, even if he's not a roamer himself. So he is definitely at least setting those up. Looks like he's trying to get the right position. And that is something you need to practice as a mute player to get those exact positions, go into a custom, have the drones try and jump them, things like that.
I think one of the things you have to think about as a mute player is, what is the role?
Nice
What am I trying to accomplish with these jammers?
Absolutely.
Yes, obviously you want to stop them from getting information, but how do you best go about that?
Speaking of jammers, I don't think we've seen a Thatcher yet in this particular match.
I agree with you. Nor have we seen much Twitch. I think we've seen her once or twice so far
Yeah,
in 4 rounds.
Been pretty much relying more on IQ to deal with gadgets.
Throwing stun grenade.
They are pushing.
Missed flashbang by Steezy. Unfortunately, you saw the frustration there.
Cover me. Reload.
See, that both of these teams are trying to counterplay each other a bit. You see them, like, they all know that they've got to push up there, but Jack counterplaying with that shotgun onto the Blackbeard again. Blackbeard has just not been having a great time on this map.
He is not. No, I think one of the reasons that is because Blackbeard's role is so solidified as to what he needs to do on this map that it's easy to counter him.
Yeah, not to mention he is not as strong as he used to be.
Jack is going to escape with his full health as he moves on over to Connector.
Now they still have good control of the top floor. However, there's still a minute 30 left plus, so not in a terrible position for the attackers. They did manage to at least get some of the bomb site here, or above the bomb site.
Jack with a good old pre-fire down the main corridor. Going to draw Stizzy's bullets going towards him.
Now this is probably, they could probably use a pinch right about now, but looks like they're going to go one direction. There we go. Bringing the pinch from the other side of projector.
Now there's a good old gas grenade. That's going to stop the push just a little bit, force Steezy back over towards the soda machines. And Liven going to be the first one to move in forward. It looks as though he's still inside of connectors where we're going to be seeing Jack. They're going to move on down from circle stairs. Void's going to be there to catch him from underneath with 60 seconds left to go. Oh, I like that positioning here. However, it's not going to be enough. We are still going to see Kaoxi downstairs. And Void will still be on the stairs above.
This looks familiar.
Oh! Hits him with it, but does not have time to detonate it. Ash, that's live. Going to poke on around and grab a frag on a Void. It's going to be a 3-on-4 now. 40 seconds to go. So he's still on the top floor trying to hold down this push.
Props to Liven for catching that.
Oh, Yogurt's dodging bullets left and right, and he will come out on top. He's trying to go for the knife as he reloads his gun as well. Liven picks up yet again another kill, a 3-on-2 now, and we could see Millenium secure this round with 20 seconds left to go. C4 comes on out, will not hit its target. Yogurt's again going monster here, grabbing a kill onto Spoken. Now Kaoxi has to go from above, and will the plant get stopped? No, it will not. It's now going to be up to a clutch here from Kaoxi in a 3-on-1.
This could work here, but he's got to find 3, and I don't think they're going to let him. Here's the punish.
There's a push on up. Steezy's going to try to go for a drop shot, but fail in return, and we are going to have Kaoxi now. 2 more to go.
Well played by Kaoxi.
Yogurt's going to be outside as we have Liven on the hallway back by circle stairs. Looks on over. Kaoxi's already peeking it. Goes for the pre-fire. Can he get it? No, he looks at the dead body of Void, and Liven will get a 3K on the round, and Millenium will finally go up in this series 3-2.
I want to give a lot of credit to Liven there for helping make that round work. They definitely struggled a bit on the top floor just because of the unpredictability of Jack and everyone else playing up there. But they did manage to land those kills. And then him catching Void just the right time, saving his teammate's life, because that was a spot he killed from before. And I'm not sure if he had expected that because of that, or if maybe they'd got some kind of intel or sound or something that gave him a cue. But it was just well-timed, just precisely before he could hit that detonate button there. So nicely done. And then, of course, he finished up that round there nice and clean. Kaoxis did put up a good fight, though, managing to land that 1 kill, surprisingly, up there in the projector room, getting away. But did take quite a bit of damage in the process. So that does bring it to a 3-2, though. Aries still in the lead, close to match point here, and they are going to be on attack. This is not a defense that has worked out super great necessarily, but they did eventually win it. See if we'll see more peeks from Renshiro again. He's definitely going to make them think he is, right? He's going to break out a lot of these windows. They're not going to know where to expect the peek from. May or may not use them, but that's the beauty of doing those in early rounds and making them have to wonder after that point.
They have to wonder, as well as maybe they don't wonder anymore. They get used to those windows being open and they make assumptions. No one was there last time. No one was there 2 rounds ago. Maybe it's free this time. I won't take that extra 3 seconds to look.
The mind games, absolutely.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
So Safiz hopefully getting a little more luck with the Blackbeard than they have had on Millenium. I mean, he managed to live before in terms of the castle dropping on him at least.
Now Void, he will not spot Steezy here.
That is unfortunate for him.
Oh, he almost got up and out, but I don't think they saw it.
What is he?
He's trying to get up onto the ledge and out and over, but I don't think it's going to work.
Well, A for effort.
That would have picked up 2 monstrous kills.
Yeah, I mean, sure, probably would have died in the process, but still worth. They are trying to find him, though, and get him, grenade him out of there, and it does work. Jock with a nice kill.
Nice ricochet off the wall. Jock picks up the first frag on the round.
So that's not a huge critical kill. The Legion off the board early has never been a big game changer, but it is still going to help them take this top floor. Yogurt's going to be the one have to try and defend it now, unless Renshiro is there to back him up, which I think he might be. So far, they've worked good together as a team.
Yeah, now admin has been cleared out, and Aries is just going to make sure of that before they decide to rappel on in. There they go. They're going to be inside of printer, inside of admin. Yogurt's going to be inside of the main hall, I believe that is. No, he's going to be inside of the projector room, top floor.
Seeing a lot of these pushes here from bathroom, or the printer room there. They seem to have been in successfully. I would like to see maybe a bit more counter to those swing-ins.
Now this is where Aries needs to get more information before they start trying to push in and collapse upon these roamers. Figure out what corner of the map they're in. Yogurt's actually going to go very aggressively. However, Jack is there. to wallbang the shots onto Yogurts. He'll go down, make it 5-on-3.
Nicely done. So far, not looking great for Millenium, but at least Renshiro taking it back one on Jack, who's already gotten his kills.
And there's Live and coming up around with a good old flank to pick up 2. And now here he's going to enter as well with his own kill on a Kaoxy. It's all up here to Spoken. He's got 3 members of Millenium to take down. Not quite sure if he's going to do it here.
Well, that turned quickly.
And I apologize, it is 3-2 Ares, not 3-2 Millenium.
Yeah. So it could be 3-3 here pretty soon, the way Millenium's playing out the rest of this round here.
Very possible.
Spoken's got to get this defuse planted, though, and that is the big problem for him. At least he's got a fair amount of time left, but he's got to know where they're coming from. They've got to know he's got to plant. There's only 2 rooms he can plant in, so they've got to be guarding those 3 people. It's more than enough to do it, and Renshiro with a nice kill there, his second for the round, I believe. So that is a nice point there for Millenium, tying this up. No one at match point just yet. Someone's going to get match point next round, though, and that could be someone who could get momentum to close this out and take it to the next map.
Yeah, it's very possible. We will likely be seeing the bomb site go, again, downstairs. Seems these defensive rounds have been winning very, very definitively. There's the garage hold here from Ares. And again, it is 3-3.
Now keep in mind, even if Millenium do manage to win this, they've got a bit of an uphill battle because they didn't fare well on Oregon or Border last time.
Yes.
Whereas this is the one that, like I said, I think they fared well against Ares last season on. So obviously picking it was a good choice, but it leaves them in a situation where they may get this one, but it's less likely that they're going to pick up the next 2 and manage to move forward. So hopefully defend. There's, I think, well, you said maybe the second Twitch we've seen so far. Deciding to change it up just a little bit. Not going to be bringing a buck, though, or anything to open up the floor. Jack going to be on the mute this time instead of Kaoxy's. Interesting change up there. See if that works. We are going to have Spoken. Probably going to be, is he going to be playing that bathroom again in that castle? That just hasn't really worked out super great, or at least setting that up.
Yeah, no, that's not worked out too well. It seems as though Ares is not necessarily doing overly well on their core defensive setup. They're more relying on that roam game, on the gun engagements.
Yeah, and they've been winning a lot of those, but we've seen some quick turnarounds from Millenium twice now, where it's clearly looking in the favor of Ares, and then Millenium somehow takes advantage of that and turns it around because it's just Ares not having enough game sense in terms of where those guys are remaining at. It looks like they are trying to get some intel on the actual bomb site rooms, get some idea what the defense setup is this time.
Now still plenty of round left to go here. Millenium's going to be trying to get in underway, moving into, it looks as though it's going to be corner office, no, admin here.
The good old admin push. Liven, though, doing a good job taking it in there. Actually not countering it at all. They're just going to hang out with Voy all the way on the yellow stairs. Nice positioning. And then Spoken just above as well. So this is kind of an interesting roam play. Both of these are operators that they've been using to do peeks and cheeky kills like that have been working. But Jack playing all the way in Archives, interesting choice. It may come back to help later, as like we said, with that mute kind of helping himself out with those jammers.
Yeah, and it's likely that because there is no thermite, they're going to be anticipating a hold here, or a push from the server side, maybe from Visa. Yeah. Liven, however, does swing on down, pick up the kill into Voy. That was going to be the injured Valkyrie.
It's a good punish there. It was a little bit maybe over-aggressive pushing that because he could have easily lost his life if they knew it was going to be something that could have baited him, but good shot on just the legs before he could get far enough away to be a problem.
Now Liven's still going to look for someone to come on up the stairs. Spoken has taken the position of former Voy, and now we're seeing here he's down at the main floor of Circle Stairs. Spoken does get droned out. Liven's on the hunt now. He's going to go for a pre-fire here, misses it. Spoken goes down just enough that he doesn't get taken down.
If nothing else, he's at least buying himself a lot of time delaying. And then he did have a smoke back up there, so that was nice of Kaoxy's there to guard his, escort him away from the site, or the stairs. But
now Jack is going to cause a lot of time here, forcing Millenium to go after him here inside of the servers. Looks as though Yogurts goes down. That's the Twitch off the board. Now Steezy is going to see Jack momentarily as they go around the hallway. No, he misses it, doesn't see it. Jack just in time, however, the shots. Oh, a team kill! Safhi's unfortunately going to down and take out his own player.
Might have thought that was one of the attackers coming around there.
And Spoken, try as he must, will unfortunately not get the kill into Steezy. puts a couple bullets into his shoulder, down into about, I want to say 3 health, if not 1.
He's got to be feeling bad about that.
But there are 13 seconds left to go. Renshiro picks up a kill. It's going to be a 4-on-1 as Kayachi's last man around, and a good old shot here from Liven to finish off the round. Millenium will now go up 4-3. It's on to match point.
I feel like they've got to be blaming that on Safis. Feels bad for that. I mean, those reflexes kick in sometimes, and you're trying to get that kill, especially when the tension's on at 3-3. And the pressure, I think, probably just got to him. I liked what they were doing in terms of the roam play there, the way they were kind of moving around in a lot of different positions that were tough to be taken out. Like the yellow stairs was a good position where he was kind of pre-firing it, teasing him. Unfortunately for him, the drone kind of forced him out of that position where his ambush failed. However, and Void was trying to do a similar thing, so I don't think they originally expected a second person to be there, and Cass was trying to play on that, but the smart droning kind of forced him out of there. And it's a situation where, like, I feel like that mute could have really come into play had he not killed by his teammate, because again, those roamers just playing these weird, odd spots, keeping the attackers on their toes was a smart strategy. It just really collapsed there during the last 30 seconds. You're going to see Yogurts on a Legion this time. Interesting change up from Stizzy.
Yeah, Millennium seems to have been doing, they are outperforming my expectations of their play today.
Yeah.
Seeing as how my assumption, my belief that they didn't necessarily put in the amount of practice that they needed to prepare for this game, or as much as they would have liked to. The fact that they are coming out here on any map, and this map in particular, is still very, very exciting to see.
And this is a map that they was like the first ban against Ares when they played them the first time too, so it's surprising that they want to take them to it, but I think, again, they didn't have a choice because of Coastline being taken out.
Attackers have recovered their
So far they're showing up. I do expect there's a good chance we'll see overtime here, though, as Ares has also had some really great rounds. So both these teams really, like I said, just messing with each other, doing some different things than they would expect, and that's a nice peek there. Blackbeard not at an advantage at that particular angle, standing up, his body fully exposed.
Yeah, no, that will be Yogurt getting a lot of shots onto the feet. It's the Fees. Renshiro there to pick off the final shot. And
Nicely done.
Now in a 5-4.
So they are definitely looking to try and close this out. They just need to win this one more round to go to the next 2 maps. So it definitely has slowed down the attack a bit here. Not sure that the Blackbeard was completely necessary, as we haven't seen much success with Blackbeard here. Jack taking out Stizzy's a nice kill.
Now the floor above the site, above A, has been opened up, and Renshiro, seeing as how there's not much pressure, he will be looking right inside to get a kill. Yogurts picks up 2 on the board. That's going to be a total of 3 for him, I believe. Renshiro, no, that's 2 on him. Renshiro, though, going to grab a second kill for him on the round. It's here, all up to Spoken again. Can he clutch it out here? If not, we will be headed to map number 2.
Well, smart putting Yogurts on the, because we were talking about how Stizzy wasn't being necessarily all that effective on Legion, but 3K from a Legion on here, he's trying to compete with Fabian. So nicely done by Yogurts there. Well played.
So with that, that's the end of map number 1, going in favor here of Millennium.
Yeah.
5-3.
A little bit of a surprise there.
Yes. No, I agree. I think it was a little bit of a surprise. I thought it was at least going to go to overtime, if not go in favor of Ares. But at least for Coastal, or at least for Consulate, the community was fairly certain that Millennium was going to win.
I think that maybe they knew something we didn't. But I think also we didn't see Ares necessarily perform up to the level we usually see them do. I think seeing Jack at the top of the board there, I think Jack's a great player, but seeing him be the top fragger, I think speaks to why they lost, in terms of some of these other players that we would expect to perform a lot better.
Yeah, I think it might have been an off day for some of the players, but they still have more games to go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights before we get to those maps.
Nice play. Too bad they didn't work the second time, Voy. Yogurts had some great plays overall on this map for sure. Renshiro did as well.
This is Renshiro's 3K.
There's one of the 7 kills Jack got.
And here it is now. The diffuser has been planted. You can see it there in the corner of Piano. This is that rehosted round. But the diffuser planted in the corner, and here the diffuser's being destroyed in connector on a floor where the bomb was. Now that was the technical rehost. That was the technical issue. And we will, or actually that's what happened. We had to rehost it, replay that game, or that map.
I feel like that might have thrown Ares off a little bit too.
A little bit.
These garage fights came down to so many like peaks and things like that as well. Yellow Stairs became kind of a killing ground for both attackers and defenders. We saw a lot of kills like that one. from both sides, really. And then those pushes, we actually didn't even see a lot of, I don't think we saw a single successful garage plant push.
No, I don't think so either. And again, this is Jack getting a little too aggressive, trying to take a shotgun over to Yogurts. He will go on to take another kill in the round, and ultimately Millennium will win that round.
Nonetheless, though, Jack did a pretty good job most of the time, so I could forgive him for that little bit of over-aggressiveness and that great grenade kill that he did there. Nicely done. Good pressure, like I said, from that printer room especially. And Renshiro had some great MPX kills. He definitely knows how to play that Valkyrie, as well as Liven on Ash. Yogurt's part of his 3K on Legion, of all things. That was the third kill there. Like I said, I rarely see gunfights won by Legion, so Yogurt's winning those, I think, was the better choice. I think in the future, maybe have Stizzy play someone else, because Yogurt seems to know how to play Legion. And we saw it when Yogurt's was on Jaeger, he wasn't doing quite as well. And so it is a bit of a surprise to see him being better on Legion than Jaeger, but nonetheless.
Nonetheless, we are going to move into our second map of the day of this series. It's going to be on Oregon. And with Oregon, this is the map that I believe Aries had won 5-1 or 5-2.
5-2, I think, yeah.
5-2 last week. So here it is, Oregon map number 2. Aries on attack, Millennium on defense.
Yeah, this one, actually, I believe they got 2-5 though by, or no, sorry, yeah, I'm looking at it wrong, yeah. There was a 2-5 against Millennium, yeah, not great. Stizzy, though, going to be back on that Legion. Although Renshiro going on Ella at least still effective. He just hasn't been having a lot of success on Jaeger.
Attackers need to locate.
So we will start down in the basement here. A site that wasn't great for them on Consulate in terms of playing downstairs, but is definitely the top one, I think, at the moment for Oregon. We've seen the dorms fall slightly out of favor. Not a lot of favor for Kitchen or Watchtower, though.
Yeah, no, you still have the 2 core bomb sites here. It's going to be your downstairs laundry and supply, your top floor bedrooms and dorms.
They are bringing this mirror here. We haven't seen where these windows are going to get set up, though. I would imagine at least one downstairs, but this looks like they're setting up quite a bit of meeting hall defense, although not a ton of reinforcements yet.
Yeah, no, pre-opening up that drop hatch makes me believe that they're going to keep someone inside of the kids' dorm's top floor and allow them to rotate down once too much pressure goes towards them.
I feel like it'll be Stizzy and Yogurts up there. I think it'll be the Ella Legion combo we've seen sometimes. You already got Stizzy opening some up, but he's going to play the attic, actually. Probably have Ella over towards the kids' side.
Stizzy retreating back to site here as it looks as though Renshiro and Yogurt and Liven are going to be the 3 roamers. Renshiro's here inside of dining, waiting for Kayoxi, spots his shoulder, goes for a kill. Good recoil control. Kayoxi goes down, but also gets twitch drone.
I like that follow-up twitch it. Oh,
could he get breach charged on here? Renshiro! Oh, I thought it was going to blow him up. Safheez going to look to the left side. That's going to do massive damage to him here. Void does drone him out. Couple shots coming up through the hallway here, and shots will go down. Safheez comes out on top of that engagement. Renshiro falls. A 4-on-4 now. Safheez, he's got to get injured and get picked back up here. Yogurt's coming in. Nice headshot kill in return. And now Aries has to be wary of this flank inside of dining.
Renshiro doing a fantastic job on those leans and drop shots. He definitely was playing it very acrobatic, and despite not winning the second gunfight, he got very close, made it easy for Yogurts to finish that off. Yogurts could also probably use a reset at this point. Not looking too healthy.
Now on the attacking side, you're going to have Jack, Spoken, and Voy. Spoken of which just took out Yogurts. That's going to be the 2-health Ella that just got down.
Nice 3v3 here. Hatch is open at least, though, so Tack going to come down there all forced back to site, except for Liven, who's playing this a little risky.
Yeah, no, it looks as though Jack knows he's over here. He's got his sights lined up. I don't know if he knows he's tucked right by the window or if he thinks he went upstairs, but he is going to hold down the fort here.
Nice job on getting his Jaeger set up at least, though. Taking down those. Now, that I imagine that took out all the ADSs in the room, though, at that point. So that was, I imagine, the intention behind that.
Now 60 seconds still to go. Liven has gotten down the stairs, going to move on forward. Voice still being very cautious of that push. And Jack will pick up a kill into Steezy as he's going to be the Legion that will no longer be around. Diffuser plant is going to go down. However, C4's coming out, and Spoken dodges it. Wonderful 3-speed mechanics there. Here is still going to be behind the wall as Diffuser goes down yet again. Liven comes swinging, and Void now knows exactly where he is. He's got to move in forward. Plant will be successful. And here he goes down. It's all here up to Liven. Can he get a kill as he strafes across? Jack picks him up from the stairs. And we are going to see Aries secure round number 1 here on Oregon.
Jack is on fire today. He is really ripping it up. I liked what Liven was trying to do, but it was a situation where he gave away his position without enough information. He was in such a good position to really just lay them all down and kill them as they escape back up the stairs. You know they're going to come back up the stairs, right? They're not going to hang out on the stairs. So watching that angle would have been a smarter play probably, because he knows there was someone in school. Obviously, that's why he fired.
Yes.
But he didn't know exactly where they were, and giving away his position instead of getting the kills on the people on the retreat definitely backfired him, because he could have gone for the people on the stairwell as they came up and then switched around to trying to deal with Buck, who wouldn't have been able to instantly pivot and deal with him. And he could have easily run away and just burned up Buck's time, made Buck in a situation where he couldn't watch the drop hatch anymore, and gave his teammates the ability to make that defuse. So his giving away, I mean, obviously it's not all his fault, but that was a situation where one poor decision ultimately cost them the ability to clutch that out.
Yes.
But I do like the bait out from Spoken, going down there and then waiting for that C4 throw, pulling back, because he hears the rip. He knows, and he runs out just in time, baited it out. He knows they have no C4 left, and he can safely make the plant after that. So really well played by Spoken there.
5 seconds left.
They are go.
It was definitely a good bait, good game sense there.
Yeah.
Attackers have recovered.
And I don't think there was a smoke there to do anything else about it either. So knowing that that was the C4 gone, they were kind of in a bad spot. We are going to see basement again here, this time from Ares. See if they defend it any better. It was a good attack, though, by Ares.
Red Tower push is where we will see Millenium going for the beginning of the round here, and it looks as though Safi's going to be inside of the meeting hall.
Kind of a
waiting
nice
for little
soft
bit of
hold
pressure.
there. I like sometimes when people hold in there but not set up a huge defense for it, just to kind of make them really have to work for getting that room, but not necessarily knowing that there's someone in there right off the bat. There is a little bit of a reinforcement on that stage, though, and that's pretty much a giveaway that there's probably someone playing in there. Stizzy, though, being careful. They don't want to lose this. Having won the first map, they are at an advantage now. They've got to be careful. As long as they don't play Supremacy's drone game.
I like that move through space, the little crawl through space that we just saw downstairs inside of the box, because that now mitigates the hold from the back Red Tower stairs facing the hallway. The defenders can now, they don't need to peek that hallway to look at the, they can go through the crouch hole into the box hall.
Yeah, I definitely have to figure out a different way to counter that than the usual way. Safi's, though, kind of playing what we saw previously from Liven, that Jaeger upstairs on the roam. And I thought Jaeger had fallen pretty much completely out of the roam game, but I guess not.
Now here he's going to wait for a little peek. Missed it, didn't see it all the way, but I think Jack now knows it. He's going to spray a couple bullets, and looks as though Liven is there to collapse upon him, grab a nice shot.
Now Jack has been one of their big fraggers, as we were saying previously, so that's a good kill off the board in terms of getting someone that is able to actually execute on their gunfights at the moment.
Now inside of boxes where we will see Steezy. He's got a hold of the diffuser as well, going to navigate out away from the smoke grenades. 60 seconds left to go, and that is the first gas grenade that has been baited out.
Stizzy has 2 frag grenades left too, and that's definitely going to be a factor here if there's no ADSs in there to stop them.
Oh, Renshiro just needed to peek another quarter of an angle. He would have saw him. The Smokin's back in position now, right over the B boxes. C4 comes out, doesn't hit its target, and now Renshiro's likely go for a little bit more aggressive peek here. Does see him, taps his head, knocks it down. Yogurts has also dropped to the hatch. He's going to try to get a kill on the player inside of the A site, but a nice gas grenade will take out diffuser holder. That's Steezy down for the count of 4 on 2 now. Voy trying to get a kill as Koxi picks up a frag on a Yogurt. It's now all up here on the Harry's and Liven as Koxi and Voy are still roaming around. A Harry's goes down, and Koxi looking like he might pick up a kill. There it goes, final round, their final kill gonna go to Koxi. Millenium now gonna make this go 2-0 in their favor.
Maybe that's
why. No, that is Ares again. 1-1 right now.
And,
I don't know what I'm saying.
Maybe because Jack died early, Koxi's actually stepped it up that round. So nicely done. Ares coming out strong here. Again, this is the map that won 5-2 against Millenium last time. So not looking like a ton of change in that regard. But we are going to see our first dorms. So it looks like despite not having successfully defended it, they're going to switch sites anyways. So hopefully dorms works out a little bit more in their favor. They're going to have Stizzy again on that Legion. Still feeling like I just like the way Yogurt's played it better. But we'll see. Stizzy might be able to make this work. I haven't seen a lot of good gunplay from him in terms of actually using his positioning. He just seems to kind of roam around and either kind of be a thorn in their side or get killed. So hopefully he can do more with that this time. But the dorms is a different beast to defend, that's for sure, than the downstairs. They are going to be bringing out Ella this time. See if Liven can do something with that. I imagine he will be a bit of a pain for them.
Yeah,
Might go roaming downstairs.
The Legion and Ella combination, we haven't seen much of. We generally see one or the other. The one time that I can recall where we see both being used effectively together, or I say effectively, they ended up losing, was a roam game on Bank, where they placed Ella and Legion in the archives and tellers when the bomb site was downstairs inside of the vault.
Yeah, we saw a lot of earlier in the season is where we saw most people trying to do those combos, then them not working most of the time, and then people just kind of stopped doing it. So it was good that people were learning at least that it just was not as effective as you'd like unless Legion is baiting out for Ella. The attack is, looks like they're catching these cameras at least, get some, well, almost shooting each other. That Legion again, sitting there, gonna get caught out. Unfortunately, the angle doesn't give him the shot that he needs. Says he was smartly escaping.
Now, good thing for Live, and he's gonna grab all the attention from the drone, and that might allow Steezy to get a nice pick here from Garage.
Yeah, they're doing a great job baiting in these shots here without necessarily getting kills, but also not getting killed themselves, and that's a lot better than dying, that's for sure. Still some Valkyrie cameras, as you saw outside there, that they didn't catch over on one of the sides. Nice attempt at pre-fire there. Might as well use all 50 bullets for you to do that. But he's going to rotate all the way downstairs. And this is where it becomes tricky. If he's able to use that downstairs effectively, it's going to be really hard for them to take sight. Here he's also playing up top here, along with Yogurts. They're really playing a very spread out defense. Because you got Stizzy and Renshiro holding this, and then you've got, oh, there's Stizzy. There we go, finally a Legion kill from him.
Nice strafe on over. That's going to take out the Twitch. And Claymore will then decide to refrag on its own.
Got
and
greedy.
Jack picks up a kill.
Nicely done, Jack. It's a kill from beyond the grave, too. So that's nicely done.
A minute 15 to go. Kayachi's up in the top of these east stairs. Spoken as well is going to be inside of the main bedroom. And here he's trying to grab a bit of attention inside of attic at the moment.
Yeah, and they know he's there here, too, so it's going to be whoever peeks. Now they're both 3 speeds, so whoever peeks first might be able to land his shots. But it's going to be trickier, I think, for the Bandit to land his shots than Kayaxi's, because he's got a better angle.
Yep. Now they're enough to spook it. Here he's out. Yogurts, though, will get spoken on the frag. A 3-on-4 as more of this soft wall to Kids Dorm gets opened up.
Slight advantage here for Millenium. They might be able to clutch this out because 30 seconds about left is going to make this problematic.
Yeah, Aries will have to move in forward, and I do think that Aries has the advantage being inside of that attic and basically putting continuous pressure onto Aries.
Yeah,
Joker's going to be inside of the A site. Again, 20 seconds to go. Renshiro's on the back stairs. Looks for a couple shots here towards Voy and Kayoxi. Safiz, I think, is still underneath. Not quite sure where he's going to be, but there's a good wall bang onto Voy, as well as we will also have Kayoxi get down for the count. Now, Yogurts does pick up a kill here. Round 3 will go to defenders. We will see Millenium finally on the board.
That definitely felt like a bit of a whack-a-mole round, as you mentioned in a previous time, from Aries trying to deal with Millenium. Millenium were just popping out of every single little corner, teasing out shots, baiting people in and out, making them have to watch corners. Regardless of winning their gunfights, they burnt so much time just playing peekaboo with Aries the whole time. And it paid off in the end because you saw them trying to push the site because they had to at that point, but not having gotten that bandit out of there. And like there was no way they had enough time to rotate all the way around and try and take him out from the other side.
Yep.
So just smartly played on the roam game from Millenium that time, not getting themselves killed. Obviously, we did see one get a little greedy jump out right into that Claymore. That was probably the biggest mistake made on the roam game. But outside of that, very well played all around from Millenium. I would like to see more of that from them in terms of trying to keep the attackers at bay so that by the time they get to site, they've either lost a lot of people or lost a lot of time.
Yeah, Steezy did a wonderful job taking that Twitch out, but then, as you said, hopped out the window and got refragged.
Yeah, but at least it was a good trade then. They both got each other. So that worked out in the end. But now we're going to see Aries did win the downstairs, so they're forced to rotate up here. And we'll see what kind of defense they have set up for it. They have a somewhat similar lineup, although they're bringing a castle. So instead of a Legion.
5 seconds to insert.
See how that's going to be set up in terms of stop stuff here. We got Voy, could be playing a little bit of a peak game, but now he's just going to get his camera set up instead.
Voy, unfortunately, will get detected. That's going to draw attention to Renshiro so that he can go and grab the Valkyrie cameras that have been placed outside.
Yeah, that's unfortunate when you draw attention to yourself and they've got an IQ to do something about it. Otherwise, it's a lot of time trying to spend spotting the camera. And if you're smart, you don't necessarily use it during that time when you know that they might be looking for it, because the blue light does give it away pretty easily. Although Renshiro doesn't look like he's really too concerned with it yet. Voy playing an interesting position down in blue there. That could catch him by surprise. Someone on the run out, though. Voy doesn't get anything out of that. That is a hard run out to make work, though. They do have control of the tower now. That's something that's going to work out definitely in their favor, as they can use it to just take more map control or to actually rotate down for an attack from tower side, which, I don't know, I find more often than not is a more successful attack than Laundry. Jock, though, staying alive, rotating around on this Ella. They're trying to play the roam game pretty heavy as well.
Generally speaking, when you take over the red tower on a top floor bomb site, you're going to be going towards those north windows of kids' dorms. And that's likely where we'll start to see Millenium maneuver over to.
And usually we see a Blackbeard doing that or an Ash, and they do have an Ash, but no Blackbeard. So we'll see if that works out. I mean, it is risky to do with 5 people still left alive, though.
Ooh, there's going to be Spoken aggressive push onto Steezy after what looked like a baited shot.
Important thing is that's the diffuser drop, too, now inside the site, inside Armory, where they can be trapped trying to get in because they've got to get in through the windows or the stairs.
If that is Castle inside and he's got some Castle barricades, I'd say barricade yourself inside.
Steal the window, steal the door, and just live with the diffuser in there.
Unfortunately, he does not have any barricades, but that doesn't mean that he won't stick around.
I don't see anyone trying to go for it either, and so if they can continue to burn Millennium's time on attack, Ares could win this pretty easily just off time. See them rotating around as well, and they're a little concerned about the Ella there from Jack coming up onto Liven.
Now we do have Jack inside of the showers. Safi's underneath of the windowsill for A, and it looks as though Liven trying to wait for a rotation. But he doesn't, it's not going to happen because they don't need to push this white tower. They know they have diffuser until Spoken gets called that there's pressure being put on him. Ooh, wonderful push out there. Nice kill by Renshiro. That's only 1 of 5. There's 25 seconds to go, and Spoken still having a hold of the diffuser. I don't think they realize that it's actually been dropped down. Yogurt's going to knife onto Kaoxi here. That's going to make it a 3-on-3. Yogurt's finally moving in, and with 15 seconds to go, Spoken and Jack are going to be the last 2 alive. Jack's still going to be inside of the, looks like top floor now, inside of A. There is going to be a double kill as we move in forward. Spoken will go down, but it looks as if there's not going to be enough time, I don't think. Unless Jack sits right in there. Renshiro goes for a pre-fire, grabs the corner kill. Millenium will take round number 4. They're going to even this back up 2-2.
That was definitely a surprising win there from Millenium. I thought the diffuser being over there was really going to keep them in a bad spot, and they got it really just in time. I think winning that fight against the castle there was the game changer. Had they lost that fight against Spoken, I think it easily could have gone in Ares' favor. But so far this map looking like maybe Millenium, fresh on their second chance here, are really trying to capitalize on it, having won the first map, which was a little bit of a surprise, I think. And then Millenium already up tied, at least on this map. Now, 2 is as far as they got last time. So we'll see if they can take it to 3 and change things up a little bit. But they're showing some strong play, and we're seeing a little bit of a change up here from Kaoxi's going over to Capitao now, knowing that they're attacking the basement again. See if that pays off. They're not going to go with that Ying attack or anything like that, but they're definitely going to bring something to try and counter that Mira that they know is probably going to be hanging out with that C4. We saw last time Spoken do a great job just baiting it out, but now they've got the Capitao as well. I think there's going to be some great denial of a C4 throw, and they'll probably go for that laundry play. Not a lot of sense in bringing a Capitao if you're not going to go for laundry.
No, I agree. Well, I mean, we do see Capitao from time to time, I'll say, on the top floor. But that's merely if it's a dedicated north window push, and that way you can get your fire arrows in between the 2 windows of kids' dorms.
Yeah.
But that even then is still rare.
Yeah. I think it's, I mean, I'm assuming that they knew that they were going to be attacking the basement. Yeah. Which may be incorrect, but we are going to see Stizzy on that Legion again, see if he can make it work. He did make it work previously, which was good. Maybe not going to jump out this time, but I like that peek angle there. Taking advantage of that.
Millenium is going to be roaming hard upstairs. We're going to have both. I think that is Renshiro, Steezy, and Yogurts. No, Steezy's going to be inside of Red Tower.
If they're smart, they're going to play that roam delay game that they played so well last time against Ares. Try and just keep them at bay as long as possible so they don't have enough manpower or time to push the laundry stairs properly.
Kioxi not quite sure where the defenders are hiding. He's being a little cautious, trying to go with the west stairs. Void's going to hold down the A window sill between small tower and the top floor.
Slowly creeping up here. They're very cautious at this point. They know this roam game was such a problem for him last time.
There it is. Nice Kioxi. Can he grab the frag? He finally can after a full mag of the para. Couple shots going to go in, and that looks like it might have tapped Yogurt on the side just a little bit. I don't think it did too much damage. That's going to ward him off. No, it actually has not even touched him.
If anything, that's just giving him extra information. Now he knows where to counter.
We're going to see a pre-fire here from Yogurt's most likely, but he does hear the repel of Void.
Oh, is he going to go for the swing in? If he does, this is going to be an easy punish here.
Yep, here
There
comes the swing in. Yogurt's going to pre-fire right now. No! Void comes out on top, and the pre-fire does not exist in the hands of Yogurt. Living into the last man alive upstairs. He's going to try to go for some shots, but it looks like Kioxi might be trying to wallbang himself here. We are going to see a 3-on-5. 3-on-4 now. Can Kioxi come out long? He does not.
What?
He's going to grab 2. Can he grab 3? He's going to grab 3! Liven! You're a monster! Get back to site now that you've got man count in your advantage. Spoken's going to be inside of the main lobby now with 1 health and Dream. Liven could single-handedly have turned this round around. 50 seconds to go on the clock.
Well played by Liven. That's a huge game changer for them to actually give them the chance to get that 3 points that they hadn't been able to get previously. He's got such low health, though. He's just got to play this really, really smart, and he could just close this out for his team. They don't have that Capitao now to help with that push. It's got to be a 2-man push here because you can't really push that alone.
Now we are going to have Hibana, Spoken, go down the stairs. He's going to be the one to go for the plant as Hafiz has to hold above.
Easy
And
kill here for Liven.
Yeah, Liven's merely just waiting time, waiting. 15 seconds to go. Comes around for the peek, grabs the kill, and it looks as though Spoken will be taken down. That's going to be an ace here for Liven. 3 on the top floor, 2 to end the round. That's going to be Millenium securing the 5th round. It's now going to be 3-2 in favor of Millenium.
Well, I think it's no surprise to say MVP Liven that round. Winning fights he probably shouldn't have, and just taking it all the way to the end, not just staying alive there at the end with almost no health, but literally cleaning it up with the last 2 kills. Like, not even necessary at that point, but taking out the Thatcher would have been more than enough on itself.
That's the power of being a Cyclops, is you have the ability to just hone in on your target and grab the kill.
That focus there. He is a robot after all. So Aries going back down to Laundry here. Now they're on the back foot, not only having lost the first map, this is what I imagine they were thinking was probably going to be an easy move forward in the bracket for them. But now all of a sudden Millenium taking full advantage of that second chance. Renshiro also with 7 kills. Millenium are not sleeping at all here.
No,
This is I wish we'd seen this Millenium the previous time this matchup happened. They have learned a thing or two. But again, it's really coming down to the roam game.
It is.
Absolutely.
And I have to wonder if Millenium took that feedback from watching their VODs last week and said, look, we did slack on that, and that is how we need to beat Aries, is with this roam game. And it seems as though they are stepping it up quite a notch.
Yeah, and what's surprising is we are seeing some of the coordination on pitches. We saw Liven win a gunfight up there. He should have lost in Kid's bedroom because they were starting to pinch him. And then it's just, and I mean, so hard to last as long as he did with Aries actually doing the right things. So just really well played. Overall though, Aries, I think, just gonna have to figure out how to contend with those roams a lot better and a lot faster if they want to stay in this. Jack though, definitely trying to play this roam game himself, lock them out of there, but they are pushing the tower pretty heavily. They are also bringing that Capitao that we had seen from Kioxi's.
Now, typically the Capitao is used on a lobby or on a laundry push from the front lobby. However, it looks as though we will see Millenium try to take over the red tower, push from the back. Renshiro, though, moving already down the stairs very quickly, not even a third of the way into the round. He gets the first kill on a Spoken.
That's the Mira down, so they could also go for a laundry push now. Yogurt's another kill. He didn't fall asleep after that last round, that's for sure.
Now we are going to have the defense try to collapse it back onto site, except for Safiz and Void. This means they're only keeping Kioxi off the mix here, and he's going to be on site. Oh, there's going to be a nice shot. Oh, see him grabs one, sees another, but a nice knife by Ranchero. What a reaction time. He gets 2 on the round.
That was all down to good reflexes there, because that could have easily gone the other way. Although I don't think he was prepared to find 3 people there.
No, I don't think he saw the third one that was by the, I think, basement at the bottom of the ladder in Red Tower. But nonetheless, he picked up 1, got refragged right away. A 2 on 4 now.
Definitely not looking good for Ares, as they've lost some of their critical players. They still have the smoke, and they still have Voy with his C4. So it's not definitely done. It's not done yet. But Millenium are not slacking on it at all. They're pushing really hard here. The smoke already coming out.
Yeah, that's going to be a good smoke grenade. Capital's going to go out to counter it. However, no more smoke grenades, and we do have 1 C4 left. We are going to have a here. He's at the top of the stairs. Going to go for a peek here momentarily. Well, boy, who missed it. He goes for the pre-fire back and forth, picks up a kill. 3 more to go as Kaoxi goes down. It's going to be a 1-on-3. And C4 comes out, misses it. Steezy comes on in, grabbing a double para kill. Millenium will now go up 4-2, match point and series point, as well as the playoff point.
This is got to be a great moment for Millenium. They've got to be feeling really good here, coming from being completely out of this to being 1 point away from going to playoffs.
What I think, seeing as how Millenium is playing now, how comfortable they seem to be in their shoes at the moment, I think one of the biggest factors, and it's contradictory in some sense, one of the biggest factors of them possibly doing so well is that they weren't expecting to play today. And what I mean by that is that they didn't have to overthink themselves. They are playing comfortable. They're playing together. They're playing with that synergy that was lacking in some cases last week.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see this Millenium before. This is the Millenium we were expecting to see coming into this season, and we just hadn't seen yet. So, like you said, maybe that counterintuitive, let's just relax into this is really working out for him. So you see the kills there from Ranchero alone, 9 kills. Live and Asa with that 1 ace round with most of those kills.
Yeah, he just said, I didn't want to be on the board with a single butter stick. I want to get an ace. We'll get ourselves on the board, second place.
Ares looking pretty even spread between 3 and 5, though. They're definitely all doing a good job. They're just not doing a good enough job as a team against these roamers. And now, again, we're in a situation where it's match point, and we've got Millenium back on their roam game. So this is going to be very problematic for Ares to try and actually get 2 rounds in a row here, because this first one is already going to be a struggle unless they can better coordinate pinches, better drone, and do it faster. And that's no easy task. I don't say that as like, oh, you flip a switch here and you can take out all those roamers. No, Millenium has made it very difficult.
Yeah, no, Millenium has been doing a fantastic job here in Oregon, which again is going to be Ares' pick. They had won on this map 5-2 just last week against this team.
And what's interesting too is we're not seeing Millenium set up a lot of hard defense points. They're not setting up, let's set up all these elaborate meeting hall defenses, let's set up all these elaborate basement and top floor defenses. They're setting up the basic stuff and then really letting their roamers just do their thing.
Oh, what a bait! Holy smack, wonderful job between Yogurt and Steezy. That's the kind of coordination that you expect from a Pro League team, and Millenium is bringing it today.
Wow, that is a really bad start, especially taking out Jack.
The bait right there, both windows on the kids' dorms had been opened up with a single hit. You had Yogurts go and open up the other door, or other window, the far window closest to the small tower, baiting the line of sight, and Steezy went for the peek, got the kill.
Nicely done. They are still making some progress as attackers here, but they have not cleared out a lot of the map. Just taking this tower alone is definitely not going to do a whole lot for you with Ranchero pretty much right underneath you at this point.
Kaoxi is very weary of a possible Valkyrie camera inside of the small tower, but we already saw that Ranchero had thrown them out on the sides of the room, and they still seem to be intact. 1.5 minutes left to go, 4 on 5. Spoken, going to be droning out from Attic as Kaoxi's ready to move in.
Definitely trying to take some pre-fires there in hopes he could get something, but it just feels like he doesn't have enough information to act on anything at this point, as they are spread out all over the place around him. It's all perimeter that they've gotten so far, is just the towers. They have not gotten the rest of the map, and it's already almost 2 minutes in. This is not a good position to be in.
They're going to have to rush in, and unfortunately, it doesn't necessarily look like it's going to go in their favor. They do have man count. Sorry, no, we do have Millenium in man count. So even that's not in their favor.
Yeah, they're going to have to pick up. Oh, it's
wonderful.
Not good.
He's going to grab 2. Can he grab 3?
My goodness.
Here comes the Deagle shots, and no, that's going to be enough of a distraction. And Kaoxi Looking like he'll finally pick up the 1 frag on the round. It's a 4-on-2 now. And Liven might have bitten some bullets there, but Safi's going to walk away on top.
Yeah, this is looking desperate for Aries here.
It is the 25 seconds to go again. Match point, series point. Liven still at the red tower window. Second time's the charm. Safis picks up the kill. 20 seconds to go. We're going to have Kaoxi down and around, coming up the west stairs as Safis moving in towards dining. And again, more of these Ela charges going to go through. Kaoxi goes down. Last man alive is going to be Safis in a 1-on-3. He's got to go up the west stairs. Pre-fire come from Yogurt. He picks up the 2K. Millenium secures the round, secures the map, secures the spot in the playoffs in a 2-0 fashion against Aries Esports.
I feel like that was the definition of an upset right there. You take a team that loses like really badly, other than Coastline, against this team last time, loses against the team after it. Team after it gets disqualified, they somehow get a second chance, aren't even prepared for it, and just bring it hard. 5-2 on both maps, similar to what we saw with the Aries. So this is just, I mean, look at Renshiro alone with 11 kills there, 8 kills from another teammate. It's just, that was brutal. And again, everything came down to the roam play. And we say that a lot about Oregon, but that was a very good demonstration of exactly what we want to see.